Well, good day. This is Wayne Albright, and it's time for another edition of the Phillies Best 8 Teams Double Elimination Tournament that I'm conducting. Those Phillies teams are from 1970 to 2024 based on winning percentage. And we are in the Game 11 of this tournament in the losers bracket, game number 5 of this tournament. As we move forward, total of 14 or possibly 15 games as when we get to the end. But right now we're in game 11, and that game will feature the 1993 Philadelphia Phillies at 97 and 65, the National League champions, versus the 2008 World Series champions with a record of 92 and 70. Both teams are moving on here, and we will eliminate a team here after this game. And you can see from the bracket, the last game was the 93 team beating the 2011 team 6-1. I don't know why I have 3-0. Oh no, 6-1. Okay. And the 2008 team took care of the 76 team 6-5. So we are in game 11 of this tournament. The winner of this game will await the loser of the winner's bracket game between the 1980 team and the 1977 Philadelphia Phillies. So this is the loser's bracket game. As we head out to the program, I am using OOTP 26. I will be controlling the defenses and the player substitutions, pitching and batting, and base running if necessary. The computer sets up the initial defense. I have it set to yes over here. We are playing at Citizens Bank Park for this game on a clear day. It's in the afternoon, 55 degrees, the wind blowing out to left field. So the starting lineups here for this loser's bracket. The loser will be done in this tournament. The winner will move on. And the starting lineups, starting with the Philadelphia Phillies of 1993. They made the World Series that year and lost to Toronto. So we will start with Lenny Dykstra leading off in center field. And batting second, Jim Eisenreich, the right fielder. Batting third, John Kruk, the first baseman. Pete Incaviglia bats fourth and plays left field. Batting fifth, Dave Hollins, the third baseman. Darren Daulton, the catcher, bats sixth. Wes Chamberlain, the DH, bats seventh. Batting eighth, Mariano Duncan, playing second base. And batting ninth, Kevin Stocker, the shortstop. Pitching for the 1993 Philadelphia Phillies is Danny Jackson, the left-hander. He was, 12 and 11. 32 games he pitched in, 3.77 ERA. So he'll face the 2008 team, and that lineup starts with Jimmy Rollins at shortstop. Batting second, Jason Worth in right field. Batting third, Chase Utley, the second baseman. Ryan Howard bats fourth, plays first base. Pete Burrow plays left field and bats fifth. Shane Victorino back in center field, bats sixth. Jeff Jenkins, the DH, bats seventh. Chris Costa catches and bats eighth. And Pedro Feliz plays third base and bats ninth. The starting pitcher for the 2008 Philadelphia Phillies is J.A. Happ, left-hander, 1-0, 3.69 ERA in 8 games. So both pitchers are the fourth pitcher on their roster or in their pitching rotation, as they appear to be saving their best starter for the next round, should there be that. But those starters have had, I think, 4 days off. If I look at my chart here, let's see here. We have a chart here with it on. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Both starters have had 4 days off, so they could be used if necessary. So we will go back to the field and get this thing started. Looking forward to this game as we move on and press on and eventually get a champion of this tournament. So let's head out to the field Citizens Bank Park in the afternoon. Wearing white is the home team. Wearing gray is the road team. 1993 Phillies are the road team. The defensive alignment for the 2008 team is as follows. Burrow in left, Victorino in center, and Jason Worth in right. Left to right in the infield, Pedro Feliz, Jimmy Rollins, Chase Utley, and Ryan Howard. Catching is Chris Coste, and pitching J.A. Happ. To start things off, here in the top of the first. Stepping into bat is Lenny Dystra, batting .214, three hits, 14 at bats. He has an RBI. He did have an excellent game the last time. He stole a base. He stole 2 bases. Scored 2 runs, and he was on base 3 times. So it looks to kick things off here with a full count from Happ. That is a weakly ground ball to Happ, and he will make the play to first, and that's the first out. So 1 out keeps Dykstra off base to start things off, and here's Eisenreich, left-handed batting right fielder, batting .333 in this tournament. Happ 1-2, fly ball to left. And Burrow barely moves, and that's the second out. So John Kruk steps up to plate. He's batting .143 with 4 RBI in this tournament, facing the left-hander Happ. With 2 outs and an 0-2 pitch. Struck him out on the inside corner, didn't move the bat. A sinker got him, and that's the third out. 1, 2, 3 go the 1993 Phillies to start things off. We head to the bottom of the first. On the mound, Danny Jackson, left-hander. He will have the defense behind him of Pete Incaviglia in left, Lenny Dystra in center, Jim Eisenreich in right. Right to left in the infield, John Kruk, Mariano Duncan, Kevin Stocker, and Dave Hollins over at third. Catching is Darren Dalton. And the pitcher, as I said, is Danny Jackson, the left-hander. Leading off is Jimmy Rollins, batting .400 in these playoffs, or in this tournament. A home run and 2 RBI. And a 2-2 pitch from the left-hander, getting things started. And it's lined into left center field, and that will fall. It will hit the wall. And Rollins will get in with a double. Starts this game off with a double. Jason Worth steps up. 5 RBI in this tournament, .308 batting average, right-handed batting first baseman, with Jimmy Rollins leading off second base. First pitch to Worth. There goes Rollins. The throw is late, and he will steal third. Dalton couldn't get the ball out of his glove, and Rollins steals third base and puts himself in better scoring position here to start things off. So nobody out as Worth tries to drive in the first run. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to first. Picked up by Kruk. They will let the run score. So, ground out, 3 unassisted. The RBI goes to Worth, and Rollins scores the first run, and we have a 1-0 lead for the 2008 Phillies. So Chase Utley will bat with 1 out. The left-handed batting second baseman, facing Danny Jackson. 1 ball, no strikes. Lined up the middle, and that's a base hit for Utley. Second hit for the 2008 Phillies. Leading to Ryan Howard, batting .333. He does have a home run and 3 RBI in this tournament. Utley leads off first. See how aggressive they are. 1 ball, no strikes. He holds it first. He's lined out to left, pretty deep, out to the warning track. Goes Incaviglia, and then he'll make the second out. 2 outs and Pat Burrow. Batting .222, a home run and an RBI with Chase Utley at first base here in the bottom of the first inning. We're just getting started here at Citizens Bank Park. 2-2 pitch. There goes Utley. Dalton will throw him out, and that'll be the third out. So, Dalton manages to throw out Utley to get the third out, but a run on 2 hits and nobody left. After 1, 2008 Phillies lead it 1-0. J.A. Happ has a lead to start things off here in the top of the second, and he will face Pete Incaviglia, Dave Hollins, and Darren Daulton. Incaviglia is having a great tournament. .417 batting average, a home run and 3 RBI in 12 at-bats. Here's the first pitch to Incaviglia. Lined into center, and that's a base hit. So they start things off here in the top of the second with their first hit. And Dave Hollins, switch hitting third baseman, batting .462, 3 RBI. Incaviglia at first, probably not a threat to steal. Happ will keep an eye on him. Howard holding him. 2-2 pitch, he holds. Ground ball, second base. Picked it up by Utley, and that'll flip it to Rollins, and that'll be the first out. So a fielder's choice. And that puts Hollins at first with Darren Daulton to bat. Hollins at first. Daulton is batting .333 with 2 RBI in the tournament. Left-handed batting catcher. Full count. And that's popped outside of first base, and over to get it is Utley, and that'll be the second out. Keeps Hollins at first. So now 2 outs, and Wes Chamberlain has not batted in this tournament, batting right-handed as the DH this afternoon in this game. First pitch, oh, they try to pick off Hollins. They will get him, potentially. He's in a rundown. And he's led back to second, and that will be the third out. So they pick off Dave Hollins for the third out. We've completed an inning and a half. 1-0, 2008 Phillies lead. And I'm going to check what the score was for that. Let's see, what did we have? Oh, a rundown. Okay, I don't know who was in the rundown. All right, let's see if I can figure it out here real quick. View. Is there a replay? I don't know where the replay is. I'm not going to hold this up, but there should be a replay of it. Oh, here we go. Replay of the last, okay, 3, 6, 1, 4. 3, 6, 1, 4 on the pickoff. 3, 6, 1, 4. As we head to the bottom of the second inning, and Jackson will face Burrow, Victorino, and Jenkins with 1-0 lead. Full count. Grounded to first. Picking it up is Kruk, and he'll take it himself, and that's the first out. Shane Victorino to bat, batting .182 in the tournament, switch hitting center fielder. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Weakly hit to the pitcher. Jackson fields it and throws to first, and that'll be the second out. Jeff Jenkins, left-handed batting DH here in this game. .364 average, 3 RBI in the tournament. 2-2 pitch. Lined up to middle, and that's a base hit for Jenkins. Third hit for the 2008 Phillies in this game. And that'll bring up Coste, the catcher. Batted 5 times, .400 average. He has an RBI, the right-handed batting catcher. Jenkins leads off first. He's held by Kruk. First pitch. Lined out to left field, over to his left is Incaviglia, and he'll make the catch. And that'll be the third out. So no runs, a hit, one left, 2 innings complete. It's still 1-0 2008 Phillies lead. J.A. Happ in his 3rd inning will face Chamberlain, Duncan, and Stocker. Chamberlain was up when they picked off Hollins last inning. 1-ball pitch. Line to left, down the line. That's a fair ball right inside the left field line. And Chamberlain is held to a single as Barrow gets over to get it quickly. 2nd hit for the 1993 Phillies in this game. So Wes Chamberlain leads off first. Ryan Howard holds, and Happ will keep an eye on him. And here's Mariano Duncan, 1 for 4 last game, 250 batting average. First pitch, Chamberlain holds, line to second, and there is Utley, and that's the first out. We now have Kevin Stocker, the shortstop. 2 RBI in this tournament, batting .273, switch hitting. Will bat from the right side this time. Chamberlain still at first with 1 out. 1-1 pitch, Chamberlain holds. Ground ball to short, and diving to get it is Rollins. He'll make the play to first. Fielder's choice, and that will put Chamberlain at second. But a nice play by Rollins to get the out. Diving play to his left, and that'll be the 2nd out. So 2 outs. Top of the order, Lenny Dykstra with a base runner in scoring position to tie this game. 1-1 pitch from Happ. Ground sharply to first. Howard down on it, flips it to Happ covering, and that'll be the last out of this inning. So, no runs, a hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning with the same score, 1-0 2008 Phillies lead. Excellent play by Howard there to end the inning. And now we start the bottom of the 3rd with the bottom of the order. Pedro Feliz, and then to the top, Rollins and Worth. Danny Jackson facing Feliz, 400 batting average, 4 RBI in this tournament. And the 1-1 pitch. Fly ball center, or line to center, and there's Dykstra coming in to get it, and that'll be the first out. Top of the order, Jimmy Rollins doubled, stole a base, and scored. The only run so far in this game. He's a switch hitter. He's batting from the right side. 1 strike pitch. That's well hit to center field. Going back on it is Dykstra. Right in front of the warning track, he makes the play. And that'll be the 2nd out. Gave it ride, but plenty of room out there. And here's Jason Worth. Drove in the first run, grounded out to first. His first time up. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. 2-2 pitch to Worth. Ground ball to short. Over to his right is Stocker. He'll make the long throw, and he'll make it, and it's the 3rd out. So we've completed 3 here in a relatively fast-moving baseball game. It's 1-0. 2008 Phillies still lead. And J.A. Happ is out for his 4th inning, facing Eisenreich, Kruk, and Incaviglia. 0 for 1 is Eisenreich. And here's the first pitch from Happ. Grounded weakly down the line at first. Over to get it is Howard before it got to the base, and he'll take it unassisted, and that's the first out. John Kruk will bat. Struck out his first time. I think he's the only strikeout of the game for either pitcher. So here's Kruk, and a full count. Fly ball, right field, in on it is Worth, and he'll make the catch. 2 outs. Ryan Howard steps in. Or no, it's not Ryan. It's Pete Incaviglia. I have the wrong team. So Pete Incaviglia steps in. He did single his first time. 1 ball, no strikes. Shortstop, ground ball. Rollins over to his right. He will make the play to Howard, and that'll be the 3rd out. 1, 2, 3. go the 1993 Phillies in the top of the fourth. 1-0. 2008 Phillies lead. Danny Jackson will face the 3, 4, and 5 batters in the 2008 lineup. It'll be Utley, followed by Howard, and then Burrow. Utley singled his last time and got caught stealing. 2-2 pitch to Utley from Jackson. Fly ball right field. In on it is Eisenreich. He'll make the catch. And that's 1 out. Ryan Howard will bat. 0 for 1. He flew out to left field. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Jackson. Struck him out on a changeup looking. And that's the second out. And that's the first strikeout for Danny Jackson. 2 outs. Pat Burrow to bat. Grounded to first. His first time up. 3 balls, no strikes. Inside, and that's ball 4. On a changeup, missed. And that's a walk. That might be the first walk of the game for either pitcher. It is. 2-out walk puts Burrow at first. They will not hold Burrow at first. And it'll be Shane Victorino to bat. Get my mouse out of the way here. There it is. Burrow at first. Here we go. Victorino is 0 for 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Burrow holds up the middle, base hit. Burrow to second, and he tries to go to third. Dykstra will make the play, and the throw went to the interior part of the diamond. So, a single. To second on the throw is Victorino. And to third is Burrow. So, a little 2-out trouble here for Danny Jackson as he'll face Jeff Jenkins. 2 outs, 2 on. A little bit of trouble, as I said. Trying to get out of this inning. Jenkins is 1 for 1. And here's a 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to third. Oh, it's through. Between the shortstop and third baseman, and coming home are both runs as Victorino follows. Burrow in, and a 2 RBI single for Jenkins. Puts the 2008 Phillies up 3-0. So, ball was hit between Hollins and Stocker, and Jenkins drives in 2. And this will bring in Costa to bat. So Danny Jackson here, still in trouble. And up the middle, a base hit. 1 for 2 now is Costa. And there goes to third. Jenkins is safe. The throw by Dykstra was late. An aggressive move there puts Jenkins at third. So we have first and third again for the 2008 Phillies. As Costa is up at first base now. So first and third with 2 outs, and here's Pedro Veliz. How much longer do they go with Jackson? They could go with Tommy Green to try to get out of this inning. And then the top of the order, Rollins and Worth. They need to win this game. If Green only pitched like 1 batter, he probably could pitch the next game. This is a tough call. Once you go down that route, though. All right, we're going to keep Jackson in. Feliz will bat with 2 outs. 1 strike pitch. Oh, pass. Oh, it gets. Oh. Dalton stopped that one. That would have been a dangerous give me a run there. So Dalton saves Jackson there. And there's still 2 outs. 1-1 pitch now. Now it's a 2-2 pitch from Jackson. That's lined to center, and it'll be a base hit, and that'll be a run. And it's 4. Four nothing. As 4 singles and a walk have led to 3 runs. And they've got to get out of this inning. They should have gone with Green. We're going to look at the bullpen here. Got some tired arms out there. And they're going to go with Tommy Green. They don't want to have to do it. Well, they do have Ben Rivera. But he's not. He's pretty scary. Who else did they pitch? Oh, it's Schilling. Schilling, Mohan. Schilling's already pitched. Mohan's already pitched. He's already pitched. So Tommy Green will come in to pitch. And hopefully get out of this inning without any further damage. So Jackson is done after 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 3 2/3 innings. And he's still responsible for base runners out there. Wait a minute, I'm writing this down here. So Green, let's see here, 1993, Green, 27, but he's not going to stay in that long. Let's see here. So 27, Tommy Green, the right-hander, will come in to hopefully end this inning. He needs to get an out. 2 outs, 3 runs are, no. 4 runs are, yeah, 3 runs are in this inning. 4-0. Here's Jimmy Rollins, 1 for 2. He has scored on a double and a stolen base, and he is flat out to center. 2-0 pitch from Tommy Green. Fly ball center field. Coming in on it is Dykstra, and he will make the play. So Green does come in, get the 1 out. But the 1993 Phillies trail 4-0. J.A. Happ entering the 5th, up 4-0. And he'll face Hollins, Dalton, and Chamberlain. With a 4-0 lead, here's a full count. Reached on a fielder's choice the first time. Hollins flying out to right field. Coming in on it is Worth, and that'll be the first out. The 2008 Phillies are getting exactly what they wanted out of Happ. They're saving Hamels, and he's made it through 4 1/3 innings. Here's Dalton, 0 for 1. 2-2 pitch. Grounded to second, and it's through. It goes between Howard and Utley for a base hit. So Dalton is on first with 1 out, and here's Chamberlain. He singled his first time. Did reach second, but was stranded there. Dalton at first, most likely not going anywhere. 2-2 pitch. Chamberlain ground ball to third. Hollins, or Felice to Utley to Howard, and that'll be the double play to end the inning. So a 5-4-4-3 double play ends the inning. And we head to the bottom of the 5th. 4-0 2008 Phillies. Sorry about that. Felice started it, went to Utley, and then Howard. It's the trouble with playing the same teams. You get mixed up. So Tommy Green came in and pitched to 1 batter. And he will be done, as the Phillies will go to the bullpen again. And bring in Roger Mason to face Worth. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Do they have a left-hander? All right, we'll put him back. We're going to put in, let's see, Worth, Utley, and Howard. We're going to put in David West to pitch. So David West will pitch. Left-hander. Turn to the game. Okay, here's David West. He's pitched 2 1/3 innings in this tournament. 2 strikeouts, no earned run. And he'll face Worth, who is 0 for 2, but he does have an RBI. 4-0, 2008 Phillies here in the middle of the game, bottom of the 5th. 2-2 pitch. Popped in the infield. Out towards second, and Duncan will grab it, and that's the first out. West will face Utley, who is 1 for 2. The left-hander. In here for a short stint, most likely, as they're going to probably exhaust the bullpen here, get through this game. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Ground or lined out to second, and that will be caught by Duncan. And that will be the second out. So both putouts by the second baseman Duncan here in the bottom of the 5th, and Ryan Howard 0 for 2. He has struck out once. Facing David West. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Second time he has struck out in this game. That was a fastball. And that will be the third out. 1-2-3. And after 5, 4-0. 2008 Phillies. J.A. Happ is in his 6th inning of work here and facing Duncan, Stocker, and Dijkstra. He's about stretched his limit here. He's at 66 pitches, 1 strikeout through 5. He's given up 3 hits. So here's Duncan, 0 for 1. 1993 Phillies need to get something started here, and that's a walk on the inside. Fastball missed, starting the inning with a walk. Happ will be on a short leash here in the 6th, and he'll face Stocker, and most likely maybe his last batter, depending on how this works out for him. Duncan held by Howard at first. 0 for 1 is Stocker. First pitch. Ground ball to short. Picked up by Rollins, and the only play is at second base. So a fielder's choice. 6-4. And that puts Stocker at first. So Happ still in the game. Let's see who the bullpen is for the 2008 Phillies. They have some bullpen there. They do have Romero. They have Iyer. Happ is probably just about at his end here. We'll keep him in and see how he does against Dijkstra here. Dijkstra is 0 for 2 with Stocker at first. Maybe this is his last batter. 1 strike pitch. Off goes Stocker. The throw by Coste gets him at second. I think. He's out, yes. So the stolen base is taken away on the good throw by Coste. And no base runners now, and that helps Happ. So this definitely will be his last batter if he gets the third out here. So now 2 outs. Ran themselves out of base running here. And here's a full count to Dijkstra. Grounded to second. There's Utley. And over to Howard, and that'll be the third out. So that inning didn't turn into anything, and Happ does make it through 6. So they will go to the bullpen next inning, most likely. And the 1993 Phillies trail 4-0. And we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. And David West will be done. David West will be finished as they go to the bullpen, and facing Burrow, Victorino, and Jenkins will be Roger Mason. So Mason comes in. West faced 3, pitched an inning. Mason will come in. All right, I don't see him there. Just hold on a second. Boy, so what do we got here? 1993. Mason, 34, 210. 7 batters. Okay. And he's a right-hander. So he can face 7 batters. Roger Mason, 5-5 record, 4.89 ERA for the Phillies. In 1993, he was 0-7 for the San Diego Padres. So that season before becoming a Philly. So we are in the middle of the 7th inning. Or middle of the 6th inning here at Citizens Bank Park. And Mason will face Burrow, Victorino, and Jenkins. Burrow is 0 for 1. He has scored a run. He walked his last time. 3-1 pitch from Mason. And it's low, ball 4. So Burrow has walked twice. Victorino will stand in. He is 1 for 2. He has scored a run. Burrow at first will not be held. Here's Victorino switching to the other side of the plate, batting left-handed. 3-1 pitch. That's outside. So Mason is really struggling already. 2 walks. 6. 2 on, nobody out, and here's Jenkins. 2 for 2, 2 RBIs and a run scored. And a 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. That's a big pitch right there. Got that one on a fastball. So now there's 1 out. And Kost will bat. He drove in, or he singled his last time. So he's 1 for 2 in 2 trips. Burrow at second, Victorino at first, with 1 out for Mason and a 1-strike pitch. That's line to center. In on it is Dystra. He'll make the play. So 2 outs. And here's Phillies. Singled his last time, drove in a run. So 2 outs. And the 2 walks are on base right now, second and first. Full count. And that's the 3rd walk of the inning for Mason. So the bases are loaded with 2 outs. And the top of the order, Jimmy Rollins will bat. And the 1993 Phillies are looking at the bullpen again. Don Paul will come in to pitch. So they're going to make a pitching change again. 5 batters for Mason. 2/3 of an inning. And 3 walks. So Paul will bat. Paul will pitch. Nine batters he can face. And he's a right-hander. All right, here's Paul. He pitched last game. And he is, if I can get the cursor to go to the right direction. He's pitched 3 1/3 innings, no earned runs. And here's Rollins batting left-handed, 1 for 3. He doubled, stole a base, and scored in the first inning to break this game open potentially here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-strike pitch from Paul. Struck him out, and that'll be a big strikeout on a split finger. And that's the 3rd out. So the bases were loaded. but no runs. All walks, and we've completed 6, and it is 4-0, the 2008 Phillies lead, and the bullpen will be called upon now as Happ is done. 19 batters he faced, pitched 6 innings of excellent work, and it will be Eisenreich, Kruk, and Incaviglia. So 2008 Phillies, let's see who they got. They're going to go with Scott Iyer. To get through this, well, let's see, maybe not. Do they want to use him or Romero? They're going to go with Romero. So Romero will pitch, the left-hander. For the 2008 Phillies. My cursor's all screwed up. Romero can face 4 batters. During the season, 4-4, 1 save, 81 games he appeared in, 2.75 ERA, so he was a workhorse. And Eisenreich will lead off, who is 0 for 2. Top of the 7th, 9 outs to go for the 2008 team to move on. 1 ball, no strikes. And here's Romero. Up the middle to start things off is Eisenreich with a base hit. And a leadoff single puts him at first. And Kruk will step in, 0 for 2. He has struck out once. Not hitting very well in this tournament, 125 so far. Eisenreich at first. I doubt if he goes anywhere. They have not had good base running decisions in this game so far. They've had a runner thrown out at. They had a rundown pickoff. They've had a stolen base taken away by caught stealing. So base running has not been ideal for them. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 just on the outside corner, and Kruk goes down again. Second time he struck out in this game, so 1 out as Romero gets the out. So 1 out and 1 on, and here's Incaviglia. He is 1 for 2. Eisenreich still at first, held by Howard. First pitch, there goes Eisenreich, and Costas is up, and Eisenreich does make it. He steals second ahead of the throw. So they do manage a stolen base here, putting a little bit of pressure on the 2008 team. And Incaviglia now with a base runner in scoring position. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out on a changeup. A big pitch again. So 2 outs, trying to strand that runner at second. And here's Dave Hollins, batting right-handed. Eisenreich at second. 0 for 2 is Hollins. 2-strike pitch. Line to right field. That will drop in front of Worth. He's up throwing, and there's going to be a play at the plate, and he's going to be thrown out. Eisenreich is thrown out by Worth for the 3rd out. A base hit does occur, but that's the 3rd out. And no runs, 2 hits, 1 left. We've reached the stretch time here. And it's 4-0, 2008 Phillies. They are 6 outs away from moving on. Here is Don Paul. He will face Worth, Utley, and Howard. Pitched to 1 batter last inning. Here in the bottom of the 7th. 3-2 pitch to Worth. Struck him out. That's his 2nd strikeout for Paul in this game. So 1 out, and here's Utley. He was 1 for 3. He has singled, flied out, and lined out. Paul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Struck him out. That's 3 strikeouts in a row. All 3 batters he's faced, he has struck out. Paul has come in with some fire. 2 outs, and here's Howard. Howard is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. First pitch to Howard. Little dribbler out to the mound. Up to get it is Paul, and he'll make the play, and that's a 1-2-3, bottom of the 7th. So Paul does his job, completes the 7th inning. Philadelphia Phillies of 2008 are still up 4-0, heading to the 8th. Bottom of the order, toward the bottom, Dalton, Chamberlain, Duncan. And they will go to the bullpen here after a successful inning for Romero. So the 2008 Phillies need 6 outs to move on. They will bring in Ryan Madsen. And they have Brad Lidge in the bullpen still. So Madsen will pitch. So right-hander. His stamina is 4 batters. Madsen, 4-2, 1 save, 3.05 ERA, 76 appearances in 2008. And it doesn't look like he's pitched at all in this tournament so far. So here's Dalton. Dalton is 1 for 2. Trying to get things started here for the 1993 Phillies, who are down to 6 outs. And a 1-2 pitch from Madsen. Fly ball out to right field, moving not any, he didn't move at all. Worth makes the catch, and that's the first out. So it was hit right at Worth. And Wes Chamberlain will bat, and there might be a pinch hitter here for the 1993 Phillies. Let's go look at their bench. They have Milt Thompson on the bench. They're going to bring Milt Thompson into bat. So Milt Thompson will pinch hit for Wes Chamberlain. And he'll probably be the DH. Well, he will be until the next at bat. All right. So Milt Thompson batting 167 in the tournament, 1 RBI. And he'll face Madsen with 1 out. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out on a fastball in the inside corner, and that's 2 outs. Mariano Duncan. And he will give way for a pinch hitter. Mickey Morandini will pinch hit and go to second base, most likely. Pinch hit. All right, here we go. Morandini to pinch hit. He's batting 125 in the playoffs with an RBI, and Madsen looks for a 1-2-3 inning. 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out on a breaking ball. And that's the 3rd out. Struck out the 2 batters. And 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The 2008 Phillies lead it 4-0. So I have to fix the lineup here, it looks like. And put Morandini at second. So we have some changes out there. Morandini at second base now. Don Paul is done. Pitched to 4 batters. And an inning in the 3rd. And the 1993 Phillies will go to Larry Anderson. And he will face Burrow, Victorino, and Jenkins. Bottom of the 8th. Or do you go with Mitch Williams and be done with it? We're going to go with Mitch Williams. We'll put their closer in. Williams is going to pitch. Down 4-0. They've unloaded the bullpen here in this game. "13 batters he can face, really? Wow, that's a lot for a closer." Oh, no, it says 4. Okay, I was going to say. That's a lot for a closer. It's at 4. So looking to keep it 4-0. Mitch Williams comes in to pitch. 3-7, 43 saves, 3.34 ERA in 65 games for Mitch Williams in 1993. He has pitched an inning and a third in this tournament, and he'll face Burrow to lead off. He's walked twice, scored a run. Here in the bottom of the 8th, 3-1 pitch from I think his nickname was the Wild Thing or something like that. And that's low, ball 4, and Burrow is walked for a third time. Victorino has walked, he has singled and scored, and he's grounded to first. So Burrow at first, they will not hold him. I don't know why the computer keeps insisting on holding him, but they're not going to hold him. Victorino, 1-strike pitch. Up the middle, and that's a base hit. Burrow stops at second. Game getting away from the 1993 Phillies. And Jeff Jenkins will bat. He is 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, a run scored. He's up to 429 in this tournament. As the World Series champion 2008 Phillies look to move on. Nobody out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Line to second, and they will make a double play. So Morandini will catch it and flip it to Stocker and get the double play. A line out double play. So that helps Williams out. 2 outs, and there's a ground ball to short from Kost. And he flips it to Morandini, and that's the 3rd out. So a fielder's choice. 6-4. And that ends the bottom of the 8th. No runs on 1 hit and 1 left. We go to the 9th inning. Top of the 9th. And the 1993 Phillies are down to 3 outs. They trail 4-0. And Matson is done after pitching his inning. So he pitched to 3 batters, 1 inning, and they will go to the bullpen with Stocker, Dijkstra, and Eisenreich to bat. Let's see who's in the bullpen. Brad Lidge or Rudy Cianez? Do you bring in Lidge to finish this off? Up 4-0. Or do you bring in Scott Iyer? They're going to bring in Iyer to finish this off. Scott Iyer will come in to pitch. Up 4-0. He's the left-handed pitcher for the 2008 Phillies, trying to move on in this tournament. Let's see him there. Let's go to this and see what he is. Scott Iyer. There he is. Okay. 3-0 for the Phillies. 19 games he pitched in. And he can face 3 batters. All right, here's Scott Iyer. A little bit of a weird choice to close out a game, but it's a 4-run lead, so Lidge will be warmed up in the bullpen. And Stocker will bat from the right side. He is 0 for 2 to start things off. Here's the first pitch from Iyer. Infield, outfield, normal. Fly ball center field. Into his right is Victorino, and that's the first out. 2 outs away. Dijkstra will bat. 0 for 3 is Dijkstra. Can't get anything going in this game so far. 1-2 pitch. Lined out to left field. That will drop. It will drop in front of Barrow, and a one-out single for Lenny Dykstra. Eisenreich 1 for 3 with Lenny Dykstra at first. I don't know if Dykstra will be going. I probably doubt it. It'd be highly unusual. Down 4-0 and a base runner, as you need base runners. So here we go. I mean, if he goes to second, so what? Here we go. First pitch from Iyer. He holds it first. Lined out into left center field. That will reach the fence. Dykstra rounding second, going to third. Eisenreich goes into second. And now things are getting a little more interesting. That's a one-out double. And that puts him at second and third with one out, and John Kruk to bat. So a little bit of life here for the 1993 Phillies. Down 4-0. Scott Iyer to face John Kruk, and Lidge is waiting in the bullpen. They're going to pitch Iyer to Kruk with one out. 2 strikeouts Kruk so far today and 3 trips. He needs to come up big here. 1 ball, no strikes. Up the middle, that's a base hit. Coming in to score is Dykstra. Holding at third is Eisenreich, and they get a run, and now the tying run will come to the plate. As Kruk drives in a run. And that'll be it for Iyer. As Lidge will come in to pitch. So, the bullpen now, as Lidge will take over. The closer comes in. Up 3 runs, but the tying run is at bat. Lidge during the season, 41 saves, a 1.95 ERA. And he will face Pete Incaviglia here in the top of the 9th inning. 1 run, 8 hits, no errors for the 1993 Phillies. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the 2008 Phillies. First and third are the base runners. Here's Brad Lidge. All right, I got to write this down first. All right, trying to earn his money here. He's got 2 big outs to get. Not finished yet, apparently, are the 1993 Phillies. First and third. With 1 out, Jim Eisenreich at third. John Kruk at first. The tying run is at home plate in Pete Incaviglia. He is 1 for 3. He has struck out, singled, and grounded out. 1 ball, 1 strike from Lidge. Little Nubber out to the mound. Will hold the runner at... And they get the runner at second. So Lidge does make the play. Throws out, Kruk at second. The runner at third holds. So now there's 2 outs, still 2 on. And it'll be Dave Hollins to bat. So we're in the same position we were with Incaviglia. Tying run at the plate with 2 outs. That was a close play at second, but they managed to get it. Here we go. 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. 1-2 pitch from Lidge. To close it out. He does close it out on a slider, and that's a 3rd out looking. And that will end this game as Lidge does come in and finish this game off for the 2008 Phillies, who managed to win this game 4-1. And move on in this double elimination tournament. They celebrate outside of home plate, or in front of home plate. They move up into the losers bracket final, and they'll face the winner bracket loser after that in their next game. So, a big game for the 2008 Phillies, who do get the win. Happ will win and Jackson will lose. I think that's how it will go. So we'll go to the final totals and the recap here. And there it is. We have closed out this game. And the player of the game is J.A. Happ. Not unsurprised there after 6 scoreless innings of work. Faced 19 batters. Danny Jackson had a rough time of it, especially there in the 4th inning. I probably should have brought in Green batter sooner. But they still had already scored 2 runs. So it would have been 3-1 instead of 4-1. So, but anyway, that's a decision that was made, and we have to live with it. So let's see, 2/3 of an inning for him. So let's recap this game. It was 3 hours and 23 fake minutes, 15,000 people approximately. And the losing pitcher, Danny Jackson, again, he pitched 3 2/3, gave up 4 runs, only struck out 1, and he did walk 1. That bullpen for the 1993 Phillies did shut the team down and give them a chance for the final part of that game. 4 1/3 innings. So they gave him a chance. J.A. Happ is the winner. Pitched 6 scoreless innings, 1 walk and 1 strikeout, 3 hits. And then the bullpen came in and shut him down the last 3 innings. They did manage a run, the 1993 team against Iyer there in the top of the 9th, and they did have a threat with the tying run coming up to bat. So Lidge was brought in for the 2-out save. We go to the batting here. It hurt the 1993 Phillies. They were caught stealing twice in this game. Actually, one was a pickoff. And in the batting department, not much. 8 hits. They did manage a run. Most of that was in the 9th inning. They had a hit and run scored for Dystra, 2 hits for Eisenreich, a hit and an RBI for Kruk, and hit for Incaviglia, Hollins, Dalton, and Chamberlain. For the winning 2008 Phillies, Jenkins, 2 hits and 2 RBIs and a run score. Victorino, 2 hits and a run. Barrow had a run and 3 walks. Pedro Feliz drove in a run with a single, and Jimmy Rollins scored a run. Stolen base by Jimmy Rollins during the game. I think there were only 2 extra base hits. 1 double by Eisenreich for the 1993 team, and 1 double for the 2008 team. That was Jimmy Rollins. So, a matchup that was a very good matchup ends with the 1993 Phillies out of this tournament now, as the 2008 World Series champions move on to the final of the losers bracket. And we will go to the chart now and fill in the winner here of 2008 Phillies, and they win it 4-1. And I need to move this up to, I think, 10. All right, so we have a winner here in game 11 of this tournament, and they will face the loser of the winners bracket final, which features the 1998 World Series champions and the 1977 Philadelphia Phillies. That should be a good one as we await that one. These teams have been off for a while. Let's see how long they've been off. 1980, they haven't been off that long. And 1977, so they've had a day off before that game. So we will see what the pitching matchup looks like for that as we close out this game today. That's it for this. We'll summarize it here. The losing team, Phillies, 1993, 1 run, 8 hits, no errors. The winning team, 2008 Phillies, 4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. The winning pitcher, J.A. Happ, with the save going to Brad Lidge. And the losing pitcher, Danny Jackson. So, we go to leave this game. Finals, baby. We save. Save. Make sure I get save. There we go. All right, so we've saved the game. And again, we have the winners bracket final here between the 1980 and 1977 Phillies. And looking at the pitching matchups, I'm not sure how that will go. That is only their third game, so the third starting pitchers, but they've had so many days off. We'll see how we align that up. But otherwise, let's see what we could have. If we just went strictly with third pitchers, we would have a matchup of Jim Lonborg against Larry Christensen. So I don't know if that will happen, but we'll see. I'm not sure. Well, Ruthven's already there. So I don't know what. Hello? There we go. Bystrom was 5-0. 6 games. Walk was 11-7. So, but anyway, it will probably be the third pitchers of both, because then the final will set up the number one pitcher, which would be Steve Carlton for 1980 or 1977. It's probably Steve Carlton. Yes, it is. So it could be Steve Carlton facing Steve Carlton for the championship in the finals. So we'll see. Or no, it will not be. It will not be Steve Carlton facing Steve Carlton, because 2008 is there. 1980 would have to face 2008, so it would not be in the finals. Steve Carlton against Steve Carlton, most likely. So that's good. I didn't want to have that. That would be very difficult to do. The same pitcher on both teams. So we probably will go with the. I'll probably go with the third pitchers for both teams, and Lonborg against Christensen for the final, and then the winner will have their ace for the actual final game. That's probably what I'll do, because I'm not. I don't know. They've been off a long enough time, and it's just like the last one where I pitched the fourth starter in this last game to set up the number one for the winning team. So the 2008 team will have Cole Hamels, and the loser of this could have Carlton or Carlton. So it could be Carlton against Hamels in that losers bracket final. So anyway, that's it for this. We've completed everything, I think. There's the bracket again. We have lost we have lost the 1993 Phillies team from this tournament. We're down to 3 teams. 1977, who I still think is the favorite, along with 1976, but they are out. But 1977, I would consider the favorite here. 2008 and 1980. So we've got 2 World Series champions with the worst winning percentage in this tournament. And we've got a 101 game winning team, the 1977 team, still in this tournament. So some good baseball ahead, some interesting matchups coming up as we go to the finals. And we'll try to get to the winner's bracket final here as soon as I can. So I hope you enjoyed it. It was a very good game, well pitched by J.A. Happ, and the 2008 Phillies move on. So that'll be it for this game and this broadcast. And I look forward to the next game, which will feature the 1980 Phillies against the 1977 Phillies. And they're pretty much going to have similar players, being that close together. That era from like 1976 through 1980, 83. That was probably the best years of Philadelphia baseball overall in the last 50 plus years. So that's the way I look at it. There were some very good teams in there. In fact, this tournament has 3 of them in it: 77, 76, and 80. I mean, 83 could be in this also. I think 78 was still a reasonable team for them. So anyway, so some good years there back then. They did have good years. I think 2000 was it 2007, 8, 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, or was it 2008, 9, 10, 11? I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to go back and look at their thing. I'm not really positive about that. I know more about the Orioles history than I do the Phillies history, as far as that goes. So, but we'll get there. Finals are coming up, and it should be interesting to see how this turns out. So that's it for today. Until next time, be safe and have a good day.